Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Many Thoughts with Dr. T. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm feeling a lot better than I did the last time I did this podcast, and I had a little throat issue. So that's all cleared up, and I am doing well. As you can see, my hairstyle is different as well. I just couldn't get with that color. I just really did not like it. Um, but also, I think that I am going to move away from the short hairstyle. When I first had um, it was easier to maintain, but as my hair has grown and it's gotten longer, I just feel like I'm spending too much time doing twist outs and bantu knots and gotta run to the barbershop, and it's just becoming more of a hassle than it's worth. So my goal is to wear protective styles for the rest of the year, and maybe it won't even take that long, just long enough so I can get my sides and the back of my hair to grow maybe like a 2 or 3 inches, um, enough where I'm sorry, y'all, I got random pop-ups right now. Okay. But anyway, just getting it to grow long enough where I want to start doing sew-ins, I think. I think that's going to be my next evolution. So, yeah, so I'm gonna try that. The problem is if you've ever had really short hair and you try to grow it out, there's like that in between stage where it looks real raggedy. So that's gonna be the tough part because I love to keep a haircut. And so I don't know what I'm gonna do in like a week and a half, 2 weeks when my sides start looking real crazy. So we'll see. But that's the plan. That's the plan. I think I'm officially gonna grow my sides and the back of my hair out, so I can do some more different kind of styles. So we'll see. But anyway, let's get into the topic for today, which is just relax. Just relax, relax, relax. All my 90s babies out there. So, the mini thought is, why am I almost 40? And I'm just now learning to relax, y'all. And the thing about it is I was born with a battery in my back, and which was inherited from my mom. She's the same way. And I just like doing the most. I just like doing all the things I like doing the most. And I normally don't get like tired like that. I just have like a supernatural amount of energy. Like it takes a lot for me to really truly be tired and exhausted. Like I just like doing a lot of stuff. And I can handle a lot of things at once. Even in college, I was now when I think back, I don't know how I did it, but I had a part-time job. I know freshman year I worked at Arby's. And then my sophomore through senior year, I worked at our local transit authority. So I did that part time, went to school full time, and I was in a marching band. And if anybody knows anything about marching, being in a marching band at a HBCU, historically Black college or university, you know that that is also a full time job. And that's a whole nother episode. I'm gonna have to do a whole nother episode on my experience with the band. Literally, I think practice might start maybe 4:30 or 5, and we wouldn't get out to 10, and that's a good night. If we got out at 10, we were like, "Ooh, yeah, we made it." The band director, he was cool tonight. It could be even later, 11, 12. If it's homecoming week. And so, had to go home, study, do homework, get up, do it all again. I don't know. But anyway, I just always had like a battery in my back like that, right? And just could always do all the things and just really high functioning. I'm a really high functioning person. Um, which was fine when it was just me and my husband. Okay. I could do all the things. We had our first child. I could still do all the things. We had our second child, and I was still doing pretty good. But something happened last year when I had our third son. It's like the scales got tilted somehow. And, and so, then by this point, we've been married, what, 10 years. So now, I'm a training manager full time at my job, part time adjunct professor, trying to keep the marriage, tight. We got the 3 kids. Um, and if you got kids, it's all the stuff, right? All the stuff. This one need Pampers. This one needs some milk. This one need graham crackers. This one need a new pair of shoes. Like, it's just always something, right? And then on top of that, starting the YouTube channel, right? And so, although I've been very high functioning, always been able to juggle all the things effortlessly. Like last year, once I had my third child, I felt off balance and I felt like, uh-oh, I don't know if I can juggle all the things like I used to. And I'm getting older as well. And so it really made me have to figure out how to relax or how to put a system in place where I could just be calm and relax. I was just used to going, doing this and that and the other thing, getting grading papers. Okay, I gotta do something for work. All right, podcast. Okay, we're going on a date. Okay, the kids need this and just all the time. And it was really getting to a point where it's getting a little unhealthy. And I was really, for the first time, starting to feel it, not so much physically, but mentally. I was really starting to have a sense of feeling overwhelmed a little bit, which was scary for me because I had never felt like that. I could always do all the things. And so I really started to look into, like, how can I relax? I really didn't know how to relax. I know that sounds crazy. That I had to do research on how to relax, but I was like, I don't know, because when I think of relaxing, the only thing I could think of was like meditation. And that doesn't work for me because I have so many thoughts in my mind. I mean, just, okay, I need to go over there. I need to do this. I need to pick that up. Da, 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 da. So meditation that doesn't make me feel better. And it just reminds me of all the things. Um, and also that's another reason why I don't like going to get massages, right? Because I get stressed out when you're on the table, right? I have nothing else to do but to think. So by the time that hour is up and I get up, I am so stressed because I've just been thinking about all the things I need to do, and I need to go over there and I need to pick this up and da 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 da. That's why I don't go get massages. So I'm like, man, what can I do to relax? So that's what this episode is about. I'm just going to share some of the things I do, and you guys have things that you do, please drop that in the chat as well. Everything that I talk to you guys about is something I'm currently working through or maybe just got through. And so I'm never coming up here like I got it all figured out. So let me tell you guys something. So it's never that. I'm always working through it. So if you have ideas about the topics and things I'm talking about, please drop down and let me know so we can help each other out. All right. So, what I came up with, my routine is I have something that I do daily, okay, that relaxes me, very, very simple. And then I have something I do weekly, and then I'm working on this, but there is something also that I want to try to do a better job of doing quarterly. Okay. So let me walk you through my daily relaxation. So the way this works is every night, from the time me and my husband get off, so let's say about 5 till 8 is our family time. So, we're spending time with the kids, playing with the kids. We might go outside or something. Homework, bath, food, bed. Okay. So we're doing all of those things, right? So we have at 8 o'clock, we have the kids put up. And then from 8 to 10 is me and my husband's time together. And we normally have a couple different shows that, like series or episodes that we're watching together. So that's our time to get caught up on our shows. Or, football or basketball is on. Obviously that takes precedence. But if not, we'll watch a show and we eat dinner together. And then from 10 to about midnight, we have our separate time. Okay, so we have a guest room, and I go in there, and that's when I can relax, right? So every day, we have family time, we have time together as a couple, and then we have our separate time, which is just as important, in my opinion. And I started doing that because I'm an only child. I don't know if I told y'all that, but I'm an only child. So, this might sound bad, but I am, because I've done this, I did it for 18 years. It's just ingrained in me. I'm at most peace and at my most most nirvana and at peace when I'm by myself. Okay, and so that's where I recharge. And, when I when we first got married or even dating, my husband kinda had a hard time with that, and I had to explain, "I'm not rejecting you, I just this is how I recharge." And, but, that's been many years ago now, so now he enjoys it too, so he almost enjoys it more than me, so he's like, "Alright, it's 10 o'clock." So he's in there playing Call of Duty, playing PlayStation, or watching, his Boston Celtics or whatever. So he enjoys it too now, he embraces it. But anyway, so at 10, I go into the guest room, and I have this head massager that's so cool, y'all. It's called the Brio, okay? Really, really cool. It expands and contracts, and just puts pressure on all the, I don't know, all the scientific stuff, but all the like points in your head and the back of your neck. It has a little bit of heat. And you can either do music or you can just have like birds chirping or something like that. And so normally I'll go upstairs and I'll put that on for about 15 minutes and just kind of relax that way. And then after that, I will cut on my favorite YouTube show. So just like you guys are watching me, I have a couple of people that I love to watch. They do like an hour, 2 hour long shows talking about current events or whatever. I feel like they're a part of my family. So every night, I cut on them, watch them. And then I'll put on, I got these for Mother's Day, these leg massagers. They're dope too. Cause I sit down all day, like I said, this is my home office, so I sit a lot, so it just keeps the blood flowing and everything. I really like, massage devices. I have, like, almost anyone you can think of. I got a back massager, that's the one I keep downstairs, in the living room. Like I said, I got this, I got that, I got the massage gun, I got it all, so yeah, so that is what I do daily, every night during the week. Weekdays, like I said, from about 10 to 12. And then after that, I'll go into the room with my husband and and get some sleep. But just something simple, that's just something simple that I could do nightly. It doesn't require a lot of stuff or anything. I just cut it on, cut my TV on, eat some popcorn. So just something that I could do to look forward to every day, just to wind down. And then weekly, so every Sunday, and I just started doing this about a month ago and absolutely love it. And no, that's not our actual hot tub, I wish, but we have a hot tub in our bathroom and in our room. And it's funny because when we were building this house, um, if you're building a home, it comes with like standard stuff, right? And if you want to add anything, they will nickel and dime you for, I don't care what it is, right? So I fought for this hot tub. I think it was an extra, was like $5,000 or something that was going to be added to the cost of the house. And the builder, the guy that, I don't know what they call it, sales associate or whatever that was helping us with the process. He was like, "Ma'am, you're not gonna use that hot tub." And I was like, "Yes, I am. I have to have a hot tub." We've been in this house for what, 7 years, and I probably could count on like two hands how many times I used that hot tub. So he was absolutely right. He was like, "Forget that hot tub, like, get a larger shower," And I was like, "Oh, no, because 'cause I'm about to be using that hot." and I was not. But it's better late than never. For the last month, every Sunday afternoon, um, so we come home from church, we eat dinner, and then the Sunday afternoon nap. But we got small kids that need to be supervised. So me and my husband take shifts. So he takes his nap and then he comes down and then I go. And so instead of taking a nap or just, laying around, I was like, you know what, this would be a good time for maybe me to try out the hot tub. And so I tried it out and I absolutely love it. So that's what I started doing on Sundays in lieu of taking a Sunday afternoon nap. So warm up the water. We probably all have a lot of candles around our house that you get for gifts and stuff that you never ever use. So I dusted those off and I light a candle and then I play some music or whatever mood I'm in and just relax. And I really, really have enjoyed that. So that's been the new thing that I do on Sundays. And then I'm not good at this, but I'm trying to get better. But the idea is there. What I wanted to do is the last 2 days in every quarter. So a Thursday and Friday, I wanted to take off work. Okay, so this would be 4 times a year. Um, with the goal of doing nothing but just staying in bed. Like that's the whole thing. Like don't get out of bed and have DoorDash delivered and watch old school movies like Love Jones, Love and Basketball, just some old school, classic black films, right? So I did it once. Not I did it twice last year. I don't know if I've done it this year. What I told myself was at the top of the year, I need to go ahead and take off, at work. Just go ahead and do it for every quarter. And I did not do that. And that's my fault. And that's why I haven't been able to do it. So, um, but I still have the back half of the year. So I think I am going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and take off. So I did that last year and it was really relaxing. You know what I'm learning is sometimes the best vacations are staycations. I am learning that. It's not always about going somewhere. Sometimes it's like, can I be at my house with no kids for a day or two? And if I can, I'm winning, right? And I love my kids, don't get me wrong. But yeah, so that's something that I gotta do a better job of implementing, but I really, really enjoyed that and it just replenished me. And I was ready to take on the next quarter. It's kind of like just a little reset mode real quick. That's free. Like I said, I don't have to go anywhere. But yeah, so those are the things that I have started implementing that have really helped me. And it's my form of relaxation. And everybody's is different. So yours definitely don't have to be these exact things that I have, but this is what I found to help me. And then the other thing, oh yeah, I wanted to show y'all this. So isn't this hot tub dope? So when we build our next house, which should be like, will it be our dream house? I don't know if our next house will be our dream house, but it's gonna be bigger than this one. Let's just say that. But yeah, I want to get a hot tub like this. Isn't this dope? It's like a his and hers hot tub. I seen this on the internet somehow, and I was like, oh, I gotta have it. My husband is 6'6", and so as you can imagine, it's very uncomfortable and problematic for him to get in the one we have now, not less us both getting in it. Now we've managed, but yeah, this one would really be nice. I just want to show y'all that. This is my future Sunday relaxation. Okay. Okay. So that is what I've been doing to relax. The other thing that I've been doing is I had to learn how to share the load. And like I said, I prided myself on handling all the things, right? Because some wives, they might pride themselves on, I get up every morning and I cook my husband breakfast, or I always make dinner from scratch, or I wash his clothes. I don't know. But for me, I really prided myself on just taking care of all of the stuff so that he doesn't really have to worry about it. And I enjoyed it. Now, he helps more, with I call it, like, in the moment task, like, making the kids, dinner, homework, baths, putting them to bed, stuff like that. Um, but, he couldn't tell you if they had, I don't know, a doctor's appointment next Wednesday at 5. Most men probably can't. So I enjoyed, like, handling all those type of things, and I prided myself on that. But like I said, last year when we had our 3rd child, it just kinda became too much, um 'cause I showed y'all that graph or that picture at the beginning with all the things I'm just trying to juggle, and I was just like, I can't do this." And so I really had to humble myself for the first time and ask him for help, and that was a lot. 'Cause like I said, I prided myself. I think I got something out of that. Like, "Yeah, look at me doing all these things." And so it was a lot to have to humble myself and say, "Babe, I need help. I don't think I think I'm about to have, like, a breakdown for real, like a nervous breakdown." And so I did have to humble myself and just ask for help. And, so I did that. I had that conversation with my husband, and I did that, and he was like, "Help with what?" He said, "I mean, we pretty much do, 50-50 with the kids, right?" I said, say 50 what?" Y'all, I was like, What do you mean? 50% of who?" Y'all, I was running around for years doing all this stuff. Like, "Yeah, look at the great wife I am." And my husband was like, "But what do you do? Like, what are those things? What are you talking about?" Y'all, we almost fought that night, okay? We had a very intense fellowship, but, what I realized is that everything that I named that he does, you can see with your eyes, right? You can see somebody making food and helping with homework but not all, but majority of the things that I was doing, you couldn't see it, right? I normally would do it in here in my office, right? Whether that's, if I'm on the phone for 30 minutes trying to get a referral for my son to see some doctor, or it's teacher appreciation week and I got to go, get online and find gifts for the teachers, or the school decided they all have to wear orange next Tuesday for some weird reason. I'm trying to do that, or just, all the stuff moms understand, all the stuff that we do. I was like, oh man, a lot of that I do on my phone or my computer or in here, and he really doesn't even know all the stuff that I'm doing. So in his mind, he thought we were 50-50. Like, you make dinner, I do the bath, you put them up. Like, what do you need help with? And so it was a really good exercise for us to sit down and, me what I started doing is what we do now is we sit down weekly, and I just tell him, like, these are the 10 tasks or the 15 tasks or whatever it is, and, we're able to he's I might say, "Hey, can you take these 3 or can you take these 5?" Right? And we just talk about it like that. And, so it was a really good exercise for us, and I'm so glad that we do that now, and it's relieved so much stress from me, and it's really, helped me to relax even further. And 2, it helps him to be in the loop more, because before, he just really didn't know what was happening and going on. I'm just like, "Hey, be over here at this time, meet me here." Da, da. So now he's a little bit more in the loop, and he knows what's happening and what's going on, so it's helped in that way too, and definitely helped take the load off of me. Uh And then the other thing is, so if you have a spouse, significant other, and you're in a situation like me where you're just trying to be superwoman, superman, do all the things, just ask for help. Just reach out and ask for help. And then also, if you have older children, you can involve them as well. Kids can do a lot more than we give them credit for. Um, and now I don't have any problem with that. My 2-year-old, I'm like, I think he can vacuum now. my 7-year-old, can he cut the grass? So I don't have a problem with that. um, but yeah, even my son, I'm like, all right, let's get the clothes, let's put them in the washer. All right, they're done. Let's put them in the dryer. Okay, here go the shirts. Take your shirts, put them in your shirt drawer. Come back. All right, here go your pants. Put them in the pants drawer. So just teaching him little stuff too. Even this summer, I told him, all right, you got to start learning how to take showers. You got to learn how to. When I was pregnant with my third child, I was preparing him like, hey, once I have the third baby, I'm not going to be able to, you know, wash you up and stuff. So I was preparing him, to wash himself. This is how you dry yourself. Put your Vaseline on. Put your clothes on. So definitely involve your kids. That can help a lot as well, especially if you have older children. And then, but I will say, when you do this, and this is one thing I had to let go of, I was like, okay, it's not gonna be done how I would do it, right? So if I'm giving it to my husband or having my kids do it, it's not gonna be perfect. And so I just had to let that go. He gonna take care of it. It's okay. It's okay. So it's not gonna be perfect. It might not be how you would do it, but at least you are having them to help you, and eventually they'll get better at it, and it'll get more efficient. They'll get better. And then a third thing that helps me a lot, and I've been doing this for years, is delivery services. I can't remember the last time I went into a grocery store to shop. Like, I absolutely do not do that anymore. I used to spend over an hour every week in the grocery store, getting all the stuff we needed, waiting in the grocery store line, loading up the car, driving home. Like, I do not do that anymore. So now, uh, everybody knows Thursday around 10 o'clock, I'm gonna push the button and I'm ordering the groceries. So I have the app. We all have the same account. So I have it on my phone. My husband and my mother does as well. So if we're out of something, because she watches our kids or, picks them up from school and stuff. So if she notices something is out, she will put it in the cart. Same thing with my husband. I had to work with him because he wants to tell me to put something out. So just put it in the cart, put it in the cart. Don't text me to tell you, just put it in the cart. Same thing when my kids get old enough, they're going to have the app too. I just put it in the cart. All right. And then so our groceries come every Friday at 3 p.m. Okay. They at the front door. Boom. All right. So I've saved, countless hours for shopping for groceries for sure. So that's been a big win as well. And then I'm sure there's all type of stuff. If you're single, you don't want to wash your clothes. I've seen, men go to the dry cleaners. They have it where you drop your clothes off. They wash them, dry them, fold them, and you can come pick them up. So it's all type of stuff. So just anything that you can do to make your life easier. There's so many things. Like I said, we're just so blessed to live in a day and age where all these services are available. So if you can afford it, do it. And then the next thing is a task management system. This has helped me a lot as well. One of my friends suggested this app called Family Wall, and it's a free app. Now like any app, you can pay if you want additional features, but I just use it for free. And again, I have this, my husband has it, and my mother has it, and it just helps us stay organized because we just have so much going, with all of us and the kids. And so let's say my son has a concert next Thursday at 9 because he does. I can just open up the app and put that on there, and then they'll both get notifications, right? And that just makes it easy so everybody knows what's going on. Before that, I was the only one with all the knowledge. So what if I forget? What if I tell my mom, but I forget to tell my husband? I told my husband, but I forgot to tell my mama. Um, and then I thought you said 10. No, it's 9. And it was too much. So now with this app, I can add stuff, they can add stuff, and we all get notifications. Everybody knows what's going on. And then the next thing I want to get, I'm going through this process right now. So if you guys know of a good one, please put it in the comments. I need a good task app, where I can write down all the tasks I have and just check them off. I know there's so many apps, and that's my problem. It's like what you call it, analysis paralysis. or something like that where you can't make a decision because it's you got too many choices. So every night, I'm like, "Tonight is the night I'm gonna choose a to-do list app." And then I'm like, "Ooh, I like this one, but ooh, I like the features on that one, but ooh, the" and I just can never pull the trigger. So if y'all have a good one that y'all use, let me know. Drop it in the comments because I think that that's the other thing. My real problem is I just love writing, right? I have so many notepads, y'all. I got like 10 of these. That's just what I always default back to is just writing it down. I got whiteboards all over the place. I got all type of stuff, but I'm really trying to make a conscious effort to just get an app and do it on my phone because that is most efficient. So, like I said, let me know if y'all know of a good one that I can get. And then the final thing, this is another thing I had to learn, is just setting boundaries. Um, for me, it's very important to show up and show support for people that I care about. It's very important to me. Like I said, I could do that when it was just me and my husband, or just me and my husband and our first child. But now that we're a family of five, it's not gonna happen. It's just really not gonna happen. And so I've had to learn how to say no. I've really had to and not just say no, but how can I support without maybe physically being there, like I could? So maybe we can get on the phone and I can help you bounce ideas off or whatever. But I can't always be there. So it is okay to say no. And no is a complete sentence. And you don't always have to have some reason. It's just, I'm not gonna be able to make it, so you do have to set boundaries for yourself so you don't tire yourself out. Like I was ripping and running, trying to be at everybody's birthday, wedding, baby shower, engagement, whatever the stuff was, because I do want to show people support. So I just pick and choose, but I can't always be there. And another thing is I had to realize that um, and you guys might be in a similar boat, but I had to realize that this is just a season because we have smaller children that we can't, just leave at home by themselves. It is a little tougher to do certain things. For example, my church just started small groups, so they have a group for people that, like to shoot guns, and go to the gun range. So you can be in that group. And I think they go every Saturday. And there's a group that skates. There's a group that bakes. I mean, it's like 15 different groups. It's really cool. And so, me and my husband got really excited, like, ooh, what group are we gonna be in? And there's a leadership group as well, which is right up my alley. That's a lot of the things I teach. And, one group was meeting Wednesday at 7, and this one was Tuesday at 8, and the other one was Saturday at 3, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do it." I just realized, for this season, and it won't be like that always, but we're just not able to do that right now because we can't, leave our children alone. But yeah, just recognizing like this is just a season. You might be in a season like that where maybe you're in school, you're going back to school or you're taking care of a parent or something, but just know it's just a season. It won't last always. But you might be in a season where you just have to say no to a couple of things to keep your sanity, and that's okay. All right. So that is all I have. Like I said, I'm learning. I'm still learning, but I think I have a pretty good routine. I feel good about it, and it has helped me to not feel overwhelmed like I was. So I'm really excited about that. And if you haven't found a routine, I encourage you to actively try to find something. Like I said, just something daily and something simple. It can't be over the top and too complex or you're not gonna wanna do it. It can't be like, "Well, Imma roll out my massage bed and then Imma" it's too much. Just something simple. It might be something simple as, "I'm going to start waking up 30 minutes, before everybody else, and Imma have me a cup of coffee and watch my favorite show or read a book," or whatever. Just something real simple, and you've got it when you look forward to it. Okay, that's when you know you found it. I look forward to my Sundays in the hot tub. I look forward to 10 p.m. each and every night. Okay. So that's how you know you got it. And yeah, so that's all I have. And in line with what I'm talking about, this will be my last episode. I am going to take the summer off, okay? And, just like 'cause we were talking about relaxation, and I'm still gonna do my show reviews. So I'm still gonna do that because 'cause I'm watching the shows anyway, so that's not a problem, but this does take a lot of prep and stuff like that, and I am proud of myself for doing 5 episodes, right? That's why I haven't really told anybody that I'm doing this because I didn't know if I was really gonna stick with it or if I was gonna have the time to stick with it. But, I'm proud of myself. I've released one every other Friday like I set out to, so I'm excited about that. And thank you guys so much for watching the episodes as well, so I appreciate that as well. So, hopefully when I come back, I might wait till next year, I don't know, do a better job of marketing and actually telling more people about it and stuff, but I'm just gonna share it with y'all for now because, we here with it. But anyway, so that is all I have, guys. Again, I hope you guys find a way to relax because we just have so much going on in our world today. It's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because there's just so many things that are competing for our attention at all times. And it's hard to be your best self when you're stressed and overwhelmed. So hopefully you guys can take some time to find something that's going to help you decompress and relax. And with that, I am going to see you guys probably in August, okay, for episode 6. But I still will be doing my show reviews, so you can check out my channel for those, okay? All right. I will see you guys. Thank you.